So it's a warm welcome to this official Plymouth Argyle matchday video. My name's Richard Hoskin. It's a welcome break from league action today as Plymouth Argyle and Fulham clash in the greatest footballing cup competition in the world, the FA Cup. Dreams of Wembley glory may be a bit extreme, but both sides can more than realistically expect to progress to round 3 and the prospect of a money-spinning tie against Premiership opposition. Only last season, for example, over 17,000 fans packed into Home Park to see a brave Argyle performance against Coventry. So Argyle will want to forget their recent home form, just one win in the last 8 league games at Home Park. Fulham, in contrast, despite being a division lower, are the slight favourites this afternoon. They're at the top end of the 3rd division, and their away form will no doubt concern Neil Warnock. Fulham have 7 wins, just 1 draw and 1 defeat in the league away from home this season. Today's team news then, and Plymouth Argyle had fitness worries in the week over Mickey Heathcote, Ronnie Morget and Paul Williams, but all are fit to play. Loan signing Michael Simpson is cup-tied, so Chris Leadbitter comes in at number 7, whilst Adrian Littlejohn is fit enough to return to the bench. The Argyle team then, number 1 Bruce Grobbelaar, 2 Chris Billy, 3 Paul Williams, 4 Ronnie Morget, 5 Mick Heathcote, 6 Tony James, 7 Chris Leadbitter, 8 Chris Curran, 9 Neil Illman, 10 Michael Evans and 11 Martin Barlow. The subs are Carlo Corazon, Mark Saunders and Adrian Littlejohn. And with 13 wins in 18 league games, Fulham not surprisingly keep an unchanged lineup. Tony Lange is their goalkeeper, number 2 Paul Watson, 3 Robbie Herrera, 4 Nick Cusack, 5 Danny Cullip, 6 Mark Blake, 7 Richard Carpenter, 8 Glenn Cockrell, 9 Mike Conroy, 10 Simon Morgan and 11 Rob Scott. And the subs are Terry Angus, Paul Brooker and Martin Thomas. Your referee this afternoon is a Mr Rob Harris from Oxford, and he's going to be assisted by Kay Buller and Kay Hawkes, and R. Horrell is the reserve official. And just in case you're interested, which I'm sure you am about Rob Harris, the referee, he's an auditor in the motor trade. And Bruce Grobbelaar might remember him because he was a linesman in the 1992 Cup final, which of course Grobbelaar played in the winning Liverpool side that beat Sunderland. An interesting fact, no doubt. So whilst there's a general consensus that perhaps Fulham are the slight favourites this afternoon, surprisingly the bookmakers have given Argyle the edge. They're 6-5 favourites, Fulham are 15-8. And perhaps a bit of a safer bet is a draw at 9-4. It's going to be a tight game this afternoon. Neil Warnock's predicted that. Fulham are a very hard side to crack down. But just lately Argyle have started to break their hoodoo. They've started to score goals, which hasn't been happening this season. 3 goals in their last home game, a classic 3-3 draw against Luton Town. So Fulham are causing Argyle problems already today. Their black shorts mean that Argyle have had to change their kit slightly. They're wearing white shorts, which is rather strange, to say the least. We always look forward to our football, but you can't beat the feeling of an FA Cup tie. That feeling of unexpectancy, you don't know what's going to happen next. It's a one-off game, and all that matters this afternoon is who wins this game. We kick off. Martin Barlow shouts leave it, he wants to throw in. Argyle duly oblige. So Tony James wearing the number 6 shirt this afternoon, being a consistent performer this season. Evans won that well. Illman shoots. Took a nasty bobble, but Tony Lange caught it confidently enough to get his first touch of the afternoon. Tony Lange, who nearly joined Argyle a few years back when Ken Brown was in charge. I remember pictures of him in the paper shaking hands with Lee Cooper, but didn't work out. He ended up joining someone else. Chris Curran on the far side throws the ball back to Bruce Grobbelaar, the most famous goalkeeper in the 2nd division. I think so. Grobbelaar then, confident kick up front. Evans seemed to be climbed all over, the referee playing on. Robert Scott Only finds Morget. Paul Williams. Well, Illman held there. Danny Collett protests his innocence, but the referee having absolutely none of it. It's Argyle's free kick. And Argyle perhaps about to start their first serious attack of the game. It's a cup tie atmosphere. Fulham have brought a large contingent down with them. It has the makings of a good cup tie. Martin Barlow. Paul Williams will get another opportunity for Argyle. Dispossessed. Ledbetter. Barlow. Can he make up for that poor free kick? No, he can't. He goes straight to Tony Lange. Michael Evans going to put Lange under pressure. The ball straight to Paul Williams with a good header forward. Illman. Barlow. It's a bit kick and rush at the moment. I think Argyle have settled the better out of the two sides, but Tony Lange isn't too worried at the moment. He's not had to seriously stretch himself so far. Morget. Evans. Danny Cullip again protesting in his innocence. But the ball came off him last. Forward by Chris Curran. Is there too much pace on the ball? I think so. Harmlessly over the touchline, goal kick. So Argyle and Fulham may be in division leagues, but Argyle were promoted only last season. These two sides played each other in the league last season in the 3rd division, and at home park Argyle comfortably won by 3-0. And who can forget that classic goal by Ian Baird? Wonderful free kick goal. Baird has since departed, playing for Brighton and Hove Albion now. Well, a bit of a harsh tackle by Glenn Cockrell. The crowd felt that. Neil Illman goes down. Glenn Cockrell never one to duck out of a challenge, always been a determined player. It's what he's made his name by. But his determination went too far then, and Rob Harris is going to have a word with the experienced campaigner. Martin Barlow has another chance to whip one into the penalty area. Tony James was in there. Evans back into the danger area. Away by Blake. Barlow, first time shot. Good effort from Barlow. Caught it on the volley perfectly. The only thing wrong with that shot then, it went straight into the hands of Tony Lange. Rob Scott. Mick Heathcote, confident header. Simon Morgan went to shoot. Barlow down on the ground. Neil Warnock off his feet, didn't look very happy with the challenge. The play's allowed to continue. This is Mike Conroy. Glenn Cockrell. So Martin Barlow's down on the ground, needing the attention of Norman Medhurst. Barlow's all right to carry on. Barlow certainly his heart's in the right place. Always is on the football field. Seven minutes of this FA Cup tie. Plymouth 0, Fulham 0. Rob Scott had a few early touches in this game. Paul Williams now. Martin Barlow's allowed onto the field, but play continues. Williams trying to find Illman. The ball takes a rebound, found Conroy. Played it to Carpenter. Now the ball forward, looking for Scott again. Flick on by Cockrell. Barlow. Illman causing problems in the Fulham defence. James. Can Evans get in there? Well, the referee gives a free kick. Looks a bit harsh to me. Although Danny Cullip looks more angry with his teammates than the referee. Cullip certainly looks like he's more than happy to stand up for himself. He's shouted at the linesmen and the players more than once today. Well, James wins the free kick, but I think Fulham, when they heard the whistle, were more than expected to earn a free kick themselves. Fulham now, attack. And who else but Rob Scott? He's been very impressive early on. Well, Chris Curran looked like he'd won a battle of strength. The referee claiming the only battle was a bit illegal. In fairness, an arm was used by Curran. Scott now. And Watson stand over the ball, ready to form a Fulham attack. Lots of pushing in the penalty area. Held in. Great save by Grobbelaar. The rebound in. First of all, the save by Conroy. And then when the rebound came in, we all expected a goal. Morget forward. Evans bursting forward, trying to get on the end of it. Morget. We should have had our first goal of the game, but Bruce Grobbelaar kept Argyle in it with a spectacular save. Barlow. Evans keeps possession. Still, Heathcote. Paul Williams is on the left-hand side. Williams, low ball. Illman tries to turn. The attention to Cusack were enough to prevent Illman from proceeding. Curran. Best spell of the game for Argyle. Williams. Billy's in there. Illman, will he shoot? Tame effort. Always struggling to get full contact onto the ball, Neil Illman. But the game suddenly livened up and we've got a good cup tie in our hands. The referee not happy with the ball, just playing a bit of catch with the linesman. Bit of a waste of time. Scott. This time Curran's challenge was fair. Well, Grobbelaar flaps completely. Argyle somehow get it away. Confusion between Grobbelaar and Heathcote. The ball was kept in there by Robbie Herrera. Evans. Illman. Well, the linesman's flag's up. Whether that's because Illman was originally offside and was interfering with play. He strayed into an offside position but wasn't interfering with play. But as soon as he came onside, he made a run. The linesman must have flagged him for offside. So Fulham in a dangerous position, trying to take it quickly, the referee having none of that. Heathcote rushes to make a point to the referee, then gets back into his defensive position. And now Fulham having a little inquest to see what they could do about this. Argyle could be a bit worried about this. They'll be entitled to it. It's a dangerous position for the London outfit. The shot was by Paul Watson. Well, that's the easiest save Grobbelaar will make. The Devonport end not happy with Mike Conroy's attentions on Grobbelaar there, but Grobbelaar wasn't affected. James forward. Illman and Evans both shouted for the ball, yet neither went for it. This time Evans and Illman do get it right. Evans to Neil Illman. Illman trying to run it through to Paul Williams. What a wonderful attacking player Paul Williams is. Bursting forward as he often does. Scored last week against Wycombe Wanderers and was inches away from putting Argyle into the lead. And after that scare a few minutes ago when Grobbelaar kept Argyle in it, the Pilgrims are now coming into this game more and more. This time Conroy was all over Curran. Wow, Tony James was being used as a ladder then. We've got a good cup tie in our hands, quarter of an hour gone, Plymouth 0, Fulham 0, but you get the feeling that Argyle are getting more and more into this game and a goal could be about to come. Barlow and Ledbetter, the instigators of this free kick. We could have a Ledbetter shot on goal like we did against Colchester last season. We could have a cross in there. We've got Heathcote, James, Illman, Morget, Curran all in there. Evans joining in the action. Barlow strikes. Strikes a second time, takes another deflection. Still Barlow. It's an almighty scramble. Barlow's still got possession. Barlow. James across the face of the goal. Slice clearance. Evans. Still the danger's not over. This is Ronnie Morget. Richard Carpenter with a foul? No. Play on, says the referee. And now Argyle get a throw in. Martin Barlow. And Tony James just failing to make contact with his head. Tony Lange in the Fulham goal. Got happy memories of Tony Lange. I was present when Tony Lange was in goal for West Brom at the Hawthorns, and Argyle won by 5-2. A great game. Steve Castle hat-trick. One of the most memorable games I've seen involving Plymouth Argyle. Meant nothing really, Argyle near the mid-table, but just a wonderful performance. Antonio Lange had a bit of a nightmare. Remember, Martin Barlow was one of the goal scorers that day as well. And Barlow was battling just then to try and make it a second time lucky. Argyle are creating chances, that's a good sign. Cusack forward. That's Scott. Heathcote will have to play it back to Bruce Grobbelaar. Well, Grobbelaar very calm. Evans, Illman now chases against Cusack. Goal kick. Cusack had a bit more strength than Illman in that instant. 1-0. Illman was fouled, was he? And I think we might have a red card incident. No, it's a yellow card. But if Illman was fouled, surely one-on-one against the goalkeeper, Illman's more than right to have a go at the referee. When the whistle blew, I thought Illman had been fouled and we're about to see a red card. I think you can call that controversial. Illman rather unlucky. He was the fastest player on the field there, ahead of everyone else. And the referee could have been justified in sending off that Fulham player then. Barlow and Ledbetter, the free kick gang. Neil Illman shoots, inches wide. There's all sorts of disagreements amongst the Fulham defence. They're furious with themselves. But Argyle, they try that free kick routine so often, it always seems to work. I think Fulham were caught out with that same move last season when Littlejohn scored, but this time Neil Illman was the number 9 player and he was just inches away from putting Argyle in the lead. Very unlucky. You have to say Neil Illman's looking very impressive early on, causing Fulham no end of problems. Evans. Morget and Cockrell in a bit of a battle. Evans fouls Cockrell. And a bit of peace. Argyle, they should be trying to catch Fulham out. They're certainly not playing how Nicky Adams would like them to. Things aren't going right in defence. They're looking rather disorganised, which is rather surprising considering their fine form this season. 13 wins in 18 league games. And you can't really harp on about the different in league, because Argyle were only a 3rd division side last season. They've only added a couple of players to that side. Paul Williams. That was a foul, and the Fulham player can protest all he likes. Earned himself dissent. Mike Conroy's about to be booked. The look on Conroy's face was rather amusing. As soon as he realised that book was coming out, he was apologising, but it's a bit late for that, mate. Conroy still having a bit of a go, I think. Best to keep your mouth shut. Well, that free kick was drilled in by Curran. So that was a poor effort, a bit of an understatement. Grobbelaar confident enough to tell Curran to leave it alone. Well played, Chris Ledbetter. Illman a bit determined, over-determined perhaps. Chris Curran. Paul Williams. Paul Williams gets across in. Headed away by Blake. Evans and Cullip in a bit of a battle. This time Evans is alleged to have done the foul. Good to see Cullip give Evans a pat on the back, no hard feelings. It's a pleasant November afternoon. Perfect for football. Ledbetter, the play on rule being played by the referee. Neil Illman on the right hand side. Illman crosses it in, easy header for Fulham. Tony James, look at that tackle, perfect. Heathcote, all right footed. Robbie Herrera, blinked on by Conroy, away by Curran. This is Danny Cullip. Richard Carpenter now. Danny Cullip only to Barlow. Barlow fails to get control. Barlow though, well played. Surely a shot was being pulled then, but he carries on as if nothing happened. Well played to Barlow. Barlow, he's got Billy on his right hand side. Billy's found. First time cross. Billy, they all miss it. It needed the slightest touch and that would have been 1-0 Argyle. Argyle well on top. Good ball by Billy, first time. Caused the defence all problems. Unfortunately, it caused the centre forwards a few problems because they couldn't get on the end of it. Cullip. Herrera's header. Simon Morgan. Scott now in a bit of space. Mike Conroy. Conroy. Important header by Curran, but Watson's still in there. Corner kick to Fulham. I think Watson's down. He's brave enough to carry on. The trainer's not needed. Paul Watson. First corner of the game for Fulham. Heathcote's there first. The shot by Morgan. Cullip almost on the end of it. Barlow now. Billy. He's got Neil Illman, Chris Ledbetter, Paul Williams in there. Still Billy. Billy. The header by Paul Williams. Not for the first time today, Paul Williams is the most advanced Argyle player. And although he scored with his head against Colchester last season in that important playoff game, he's not going to be the best header in the world, Paul Williams. Not the tallest player for starters, is he? But Chris Billy had plenty of time to see his options, crossed it in, and a header there by Williams. One for Bruce Grobbelaar to deal with. Oh, what a beautiful ball to Curran. Curran, a bit more hit and miss, aiming for Evans. The ball's still in play. Evans turns. He's lost his marker Cullip. Michael Evans. Evans, Neil Illman lays it off. Chris Ledbetter will shoot. Still Argyle have a go. Evans. Very low cross, poor cross. You're getting the feelings already into this game, just 28 minutes into this game, whether it's going to be one of those days. Argyle have been well on top and more than deserved to be in front by now. This is Illman in the penalty area. James. The tackle by Marlowe. Simon Morgan, let's say, wasn't very happy with the challenge. The card's out. About two people in the grandstand start a slow hand clap, that doesn't work. Some up late can get play underway again. It's been a very open cup tie. It's not what Neil Warnock predicted. I think he expected Fulham to be a lot tighter at the back. But Argyle just streamed forward time and time again. Cockrell. Heathcote. I think he got a call from the keeper but still headed it back. Very brave play by Heathcote. And this is now Paul Williams. Not sure whether Cusack dealt with that header perfectly. James, confident header. Scott. Well, Grobbelaar. He's out of his area. Watson crosses it in, but Curran's there first. Grobbelaar causing yet another bit of a miss of the old heart. Typical Grobbelaar. Away he gets away with it. He seems to be a charm man, I think. Curran. Having a bit of a quiet spell in the game at the moment. Curran had time to head that one. Only finds Carpenter. Free kick to Plymouth. Ledbetter. Herrera can clear it. Billy. Well, Mike Conroy just picked up the ball as it's going, referee, can I have a free kick please? And he got it.
Get it back! Come on, lads, when you can see them, Mark, on the pitch, you wanker!
Heathcote. Illman. Failed to control it perfectly. Grobbelaar just wants to get on with things. Blake won that challenge in the air. James. Eyes on the ball all the time, but Billy. Morget. Corner kick. Tony Lange and Nick Cusack having a quick wrestling match, then having a verbal battle. But of a bit of a miscommunication. You have to say the Fulham defence are looking very shaky. And Argyle now, Neil Illman, who loves to swing those corners in, whip them into the danger area. What he doesn't like is to take corners like that. And still Cusack and Lange having a bit of debate. Should there be a replay? It's on the 26th of November, a Tuesday. But you have to say, this way this game's going, it looks unlikely that we're going to see a goalless draw. I hope now I don't have to eat my hat or something like that. Eat my words. But Fulham hoping to put that things right. Don't want a replay. Fulham will be more impressive away from home than at Craven Cottage this season. Illman. Chris Billy. Can Ledbetter win this ball? Yes, he can. Ledbetter. Illman. There's a brief dummy. Billy, first time cross. Evans turns. Evans shoots. Well, Evans trying to repeat that goal against Preston when he turned his defender and shot first time. This time, too much height on the ball. Simon Morgan, having been told off by Rob Harris, dissents the order of the day. James. Argyle will be lucky to get out of this one alive. Argyle for once looking shaky in defence, but Morget in plenty of space. Billy. Straight to Morget again. Morget on the right hand side. Michael Evans. Too much pace on the ball. The frustration now takes over everyone at Owen Park. Conroy wins that one. Barlow. Billy. 1-2. Still Billy chases. Heathcote. An awkward ball for Fulham to deal with. Curran now with this free throw in, wearing the number 8 shirt. James, Illman. Cockrell, half away. Can Morgan complete the job? Trying the spectacular there, Morget. Williams keeps the ball in play. Corner kick. Martin Barlow swings it in. And again, they all miss it. Curran's going to keep the ball in play. He's got Ledbetter to help him out. Curran, though, tried to go it alone. Wasn't the right decision. James. Argyle looking very up for it this afternoon. It's going to go into the back of the net. And Ronnie Morget scores for the second successive home game in a row. Tony Lange failed to connect with the ball, and in the end it was a simple goal for Ronnie Morget. It's taken a while, but it's well deserved. 38 minutes gone, Plymouth Argyle 1, Fulham 0. Argyle have had so many efforts on goal, you were starting to wonder if they'd ever score, but Fulham can have no complaints about that goal. Ledbetter. Lovely ball there to Evans, and Billy completely in space, and his first touch is very poor indeed. And a very good attack, potentially very threatening to Fulham, is wasted. Tony Land's been disappointed that he didn't get that ball. He came out for it, and when you come for the ball you've got to make contact. He didn't, and Argyle are in the lead, and I think Land will feel partly responsible for that goal. Robbie Herrera aiming to put things immediately right. Argyle's free kick, and again Morgan's just getting more and more frustrated. Neil Illman. Everyone appeals for a free kick. Illman just gets on with it. Illman twisting and turning. And I think Illman over enthusiastic in the end. Free kick to Fulham. Neil Illman foul. Heathcote into the penalty area. Paul Williams. Williams to Morget, the goal scorer. Williams again. Williams has been outstanding up front today, attacking whenever he can. Again, causing problems. Well, Tony James falls to the ground. The referee points in Argyle's favour, but it's not a penalty, it's a corner. Cusack just questioning the intentions of James. Neil Illman. Free kick there to Fulham. So you can see that flag in the background saying Craven Cottage. Been to Craven Cottage a couple of times with Argyle. Many Argyle fans will have fond memories of the day out when Argyle organised a special train to go up to Fulham. It was a perfect day in all but the result. Fulham absolutely thrashed Argyle by 4-0. But it was a new way to travel, up with the players, and it was a very enjoyable day out. I remember a few of the local pubs more than made up for the result, even though a bit expensive up in Fulham way. Bit of a strange ball there to Lange, has to deal with it. Well, vital that Blake got his head to that. Cusack. Scott now. Scott shoots. Well, Grobbelaar made more of that than perhaps he had to. Scott's shot was never going to really trouble Grobbelaar, yet he made a bit of a meal out of it. Grobbelaar has to tip it around. Corner which Paul Watson will take. Two minutes before half time. Away by Evans. Well, they all miss it, but Barlow now. Very determined tackle by Morgan. Very fair though. Again Morgan. That was Chris Billy with a slice clearance as a throw-in. As half-time approaches, it's Fulham causing the problems. Robert Scott now. He's got some support from the regular corner taker of the game so far, Watson. This is Scott. Scott's cross. Well, Scott there, in my opinion, being the most impressive Fulham player on the park so far. Rob Scott, good player. Rob Scott, who's impressed since he made his debut for Fulham against Scarborough. Ledbetter. Simon Morgan. Challenged by Heathcote. Well, Argyle have won something. I think it's a free kick. Morgan's been the most aggressive player on the pitch in this first half. Been very fair though. Good game. It's Paul Williams, signed from Coventry City. He'll leave it to Mick Heathcote, the club captain. Had a bit of an indifferent time at the beginning of the season, form-wise, but is back to his reliable best now. Trust me, the ball went about 20 foot in the air then. Sarcastic songs from the Fulham fans, not appreciated by Plymouth public. We don't all speak like that, you know. So a minute and a half into injury time. The referee blows for half time. It's been Argyle's half. Then he's surprised perhaps that they haven't scored more than the one Ronnie Morget goal that went in after 38 minutes. After a bit of a flat from Lange. Grobbelaar saved Fulham's one effort from Mike Conroy, but Argyle could and perhaps should have scored more than the one goal they have at half-time. In this FA Cup first round tie, it's Plymouth Argyle 1, Fulham 0. So it's Fulham on the field first. And Fulham just wait for Argyle to get on the pitch. They had a good first half, Argyle. Can they keep up the pressure? So Argyle, of course, their greatest day came in the 1983-84 season when they reached the FA Cup semi-final before being knocked out by Watford. But did you know that Fulham have reached more semi-finals, and this was a record that stood up until the 1974-75, than anyone else that ever reached the final? That record, of course, finished in 1974-75 when Fulham reached the final of the FA Cup in an all-second division affair against West Ham. Although it's another record there because it took Fulham 11 matches to get to Wembley, which is a record, and that couldn't happen today because of all the penalty shootouts, etc. So Rob Harris, who was kept busy in the first half, kicks his second half underway. Fulham attacking from left to right as we look. And Argyle, thanks to that 38th minute goal from Ronnie Morget, who scored Argyle's most famous goal of all time at Wembley. His goal separating the two sides at present. Morget again with the header. Curran. Williams, who's been one of the best players on the pitch so far. Heathcote won that one, but it'll go straight to Scott. Scott against Williams. But surprise, surprise, Williams does his job perfectly. Throw into Fulham. Well, straight into the hands of Grobbelaar. That was worrying for a moment. Flicked on. And Grobbelaar with an outstretched hand would have been relieved that the ball hadn't gone into the back of the net. Looked dangerous for a second, and Mickey Adams in the Fulham dugout shaking his head. Morget, another header. Evans. Evans, that's a brilliant header there to Illman. Illman holds play up. Billy. Ledbetter. Ronnie Morget in an advanced position. Tackled by Illman. Heathcote against Scott. Scott's winning the battle at the moment. Scott falls to the ground, but it looked a bit theatrical to me. And Scott having a right old go at the linesman now. And he'd better watch it, Scott. The book's out for dissent. What a completely needless booking for Rob Scott. Thoroughly justified. You can't just go up to a linesman and give him verbals like Scott gave him then. And Scott will not be very happy, and Neil Adams will be even more furious. The referee's been happy to get his book out today. Barlow to Billy. Billy, nice touch, just failing to find Evans. James. Morget, just failing to win it. Paul Watson now. Carpenter, who looks a dead ringer to Mick Heathcote actually. Just noticed that one. Here is the real thing. And Heathcote deals with it well. Free kick, elbows up there by Morget. Whilst a lot of people are angry, Carpenter fair dues just gives him a pat on the back and says play on, son. Quickly taken and acres of space, catching Argyle asleep's Carpenter. But wide awake was Curran, who did some brilliant defensive work. Argyle caught napping. It's going to be a corner to be taken by Paul Watson. And a free header there, Glenn Cockrell. And how on earth did that not go into the back of the net, or at least force Grobbelaar into a save? The man who's most famous, of course, for his over 300 appearances for Southampton would have been bitterly disappointed that he didn't hit the target there. Grobbelaar being warned to get on with things. Heathcote. Paul Williams, look at the determination there. I think he's already my man of the match. He's been outstanding this afternoon. Not only doing some brilliant defensive work, but he's been one of Argyle's most inventive attacking players as well. So Tony Lange will be disappointed with the goal he conceded, rather flat to be polite. Williams again in there, brilliant. If only there were 11 Paul Williamses out there. That was Danny Cullett being pressured by Evans, plays the ball to Mark Blake. Blake forced to play it back to Lange. Well, Lange completely sliced it, but still managed to do a good pass in the end to a Fulham player. Scott now putting Curran under pressure. And Curran doing the very mature thing and just getting the ball into row Z of the stand. Grobbelaar comes out for it. Curran leaves it. I think Curran taking a bit of a tip from the first half when Lange came for the ball and didn't get it. Curran didn't want to repeat of that. Corner to Fulham. Grobbelaar thought about coming for it, thought better of it. This is Simon Morgan, away by Heathcote. Can Illman get this? He can, chests it to Chris Ledbetter. Illman now, brilliant control by Illman. Illman on the far hand side. Argyle scoring. Good break by Argyle, failing to penetrate the defence. cross in, it's a good ball. Morget, penalty kick. Ronnie Morget, who was the goal-scoring hero in the first half, is the hero once again. He's won inside a penalty kick, and now the referee perhaps going to take further action. The Fulham players, not for the first time, are furious with the referee's decision. But Mickey Evans now, 2 goals against Luton in the last home game. Score now, Michael Evans, and the game could be out of Fulham's reach. Michael Evans scores his 8th goal of the season. Plymouth Argyle second of the game. We've played 8 minutes of the second half. It's Plymouth 2, Fulham 0. And you feel now Argyle can enjoy the rest of this game. That's still furious, Fulham, with that decision. The fact remains that Morget fell to the floor, and whether it's a penalty or not is beyond the point now, because the fact remains it's a penalty to Argyle, and Michael Evans, who's on fire at the moment, can't stop scoring. And Fulham, who've had such an impressive away record, that's been put in the melting pot by Argyle. They've thrown that away. You wouldn't know that today. Argyle have been very, very impressive this afternoon. One of their best performances of the season. And forget the fact that it's a lower division side, because Fulham came here with such an impressive record. They're flying high in the third division. Grobbler playing games with Scott. Ilman almost got the through ball. Williams did well to avoid that crunching tackle. Mickey Adams will have a few questions to ask the referee, I think, Rob Harris, at the end of this game. Decisions haven't gone their way, most notably that penalty decision. And it looks like Fulham are going out the cup. Fulham are going out. It's a new song at Argyle. Very inventive by Argyle. Grobbler pumps the ball into the Lyndhurst stand. And Rob Scott, a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. He's been a good player so far today. He's going to have to excel himself now. Corner kick to Fulham. Fulham and their supporters won't think the game's over yet. They've not given up hope. Quite right too. We've only played 11 minutes of the second half. More than enough time for them to get back into this game. 1 goal and then we'll have a very anxious cup tie in our hands. Straight to Chris Billy. One of the poorest corners in the world. First time shot there for Mike Conroy. Mike Conroy, former Neil Warnock target when he was at Huddersfield. Conroy scored his 15th goal of the season in last week's 2-1 win at Cardiff. Can Conroy do something special now? Or perhaps Paul Williams? And the reaction of Danny Cullip is appalling. Paul Williams fell to the ground. Danny Cullip ensuing that Williams took a dive, grabbed him around the neck, and the referee's got a job on his hands now. We await to see what the referee decides to do now. It wasn't a punch by Cullip, it was a mere push. Yellow card. Yellow card to Williams, yellow card to Cullip. The referee perhaps agreeing with Cullip in a way that he made more of it than perhaps was necessary. In many ways, that Paul Williams foul there looked more of a penalty than the penalty that was actually given, but those things happen in football. The referee again playing on. Cockrell. Blake. Morget now. Ledbetter. Can Paul Williams get on the end of that? Well, we were critical of Tony Lange in the first half, but he did his job perfectly, then came out. All that stood between Paul Williams and a third goal. Michael Evans now, turns brilliantly. Evans. Ronnie Morget fouls. We've got half an hour left of this FA Cup first round tie. At the moment it looks like Plymouth are progressing into the hat for the second round. Now the referee having a word with the linesman. Perhaps the linesman spotted something that the referee didn't. The match officials have taken centre stage this afternoon. And out of everyone, the last person you expect to be told off by the referee is Bruce Grobbelaar. Bruce Grobbelaar, such a distinguished career, gets a talking to from his superior there, Rob Harris. Play continues. Scott. Barlow. This is Neil Illman. Paul Williams makes yet another forward run. Can Barlow spot it? He can. Well played, Robbie Herrera. Had to get on the end of that. And in a bit of space on that left-hand side. Straight to Ledbetter though, wasted. One for Evans to chase. Mark Blake deals with it well enough. Straight to Barlow. Morget, surely the ball to Williams is on. It is. Barlow. Argyle playing all sorts of games now. They're really enjoying this game. Paul Williams. This is Robert Scott. Chris Curran, who's improved as the game's progressed, and immediately does an appalling pass back which goes off for a corner. Well, if Fulham are to score, they better do it quickly. Although Luton showed that there are defensive frailties in that Argyle defence if they can be exposed. But Argyle have been very adequate this afternoon. Illman, what a good ball to Chris Ledbetter. Just too much height on the ball for Ledbetter to control it. If it had got the ball, it'd have been through. And Argyle now content to just rely on the break. Fulham taking more and more risks, pushing forward. It's win or bust for them. And perhaps it might be a good idea to bring on Adrian Littlejohn. His pace could expose the lack of numbers in the Fulham defence now. Wonder if Warnock's thinking along those same lines. Heathcote didn't want to do that, but he did. And did a brilliant job of it. Everything's going right for Argyle. It's their game. Chris Curran signed from Torquay United last season. This is Scott, dispossessed by Curran, the number 8. Well, Morget judged to have fouled Richard Carpenter there. And not for the first time in his career, Ronnie Morget is going to get a booking. And the referee quite clearly stating that that's the third foul that Morget's committed. He's pointing to where those fouls will be committed. It's for a third foul, Ronnie Morget gets booked. It's not for that foul alone, it's for 3 successive fouls and the referee having had enough of that. Paul Watson with Fulham's free kick. One for Grobbelaar. Elman won that one. Must have hurt a bit. Ilman almost won that one. Argyle fans will get a lot of confidence from this performance by Argyle. They've been well on top, shown Fulham who's the boss. Well, Barlow and Morget in a bit of a battle. Here's Evans. Billy. Tony Lange been around a bit, had spells at Wolves, Charlton, Aldershot and Torquay on loan. I watched that in the same room. Watched the game with Tony Lange when Wolves played Argyle once. Argyle won that game 1-0. And all the Wolves players who weren't playing, including Steve Ball and Andy Much, both players were injured that day. Join me, believe it or not, for a game. Watch the game with me, and it's very nice seeing the look on their faces as Argyle got a rare win. That was within the Dave Kemp days. The season Argyle got relegated. Barlow. Evans. Chested down there by Paul Watson. Cusack to Watson. Curran, a firm header. Ledbetter. Argyle growing in confidence this afternoon. Barlow better watch it, he's been booked this afternoon already. So is Conroy, who plays it to Robbie Herrera. Well played, Chris Billy. Chris Billy, people so often critical of him, but he's done a superb job in that defence. He's a winger, of course, but Mark Patterson's injury meant that Chris Billy's been having to wear the number 2 shirt, and he's more than done his job, and Neil Warnock must be very proud of him for the way he's done it with absolutely no complaints. That little right wing back spot. Never going to be the most popular player amongst the fans, but amongst the players, he's a very popular person, a very nice guy. In fact, I love him. No, just joking. Tony James. Fulham again. Well, they've been arguing amongst themselves all afternoon, but one thing they've agreed upon is the performance of Rob Harris. And Mick Heathcote and Tony James, like two warriors, going into that penalty area. Barlow leaves it for Neil Illman, whips it in. Tony James inches away from getting to that, took a deflection. I think it was Danny Cullip with the final header, prevented James from getting a free header on goal. It's a corner kick to Argyle. "23.5 minutes into the second half. It's Plymouth Argyle 2, Fulham 0. Martin Barlow with his corner kick. And this time Lange, unlike the first half, confidently picks that one up. And Fulham now trying to break as quickly as possible, but Curran having none of it. Watson looking for the run of Conroy, who's in a bit of space. Heathcote's now tracking back. And Robbie Herrera could do nothing about that. And if Fulham could just sort themselves out amongst themselves, they've seemed to be arguing with themselves all afternoon. Perhaps they might have been a bit better. They might have put on a better show. Fulham about to make a substitution. One of the players is taking his tracksuit off. Determined tackle there by James. Ledbetter to Barham. Evans. Carpenter completely missed it. Morget and Carpenter there having a little dance. One for Danny Cullip. The referee just having words with Robert Scott, telling him to leave Morget well alone. And when Morgan stopped complaining, he'll know that his side want to make a substitution. So Glenn Cockrell has battled hard this afternoon, is coming off. And Paul Brooker developed through the YTS scheme at Fulham, made 20 appearances last season, scoring 2 goals. He's come on and he immediately takes a place at the top end of the field. Evans. Neil Illman. Illman had his moments of glory and completely smashed the ball over the crossbar. And Illman will not forget that as soon as possible, but Evans did well to earn possession, sensible enough to find Illman, but the shot was a disappointment. That's Brooker to Mike Conroy. Scott's elbow is up a bit there. Just regain my voice. Here's Chris Billy. Michael Evans. Causing Blake lots of problems. Still Evans. Barlow. Billy. And a bit of possession football now by Argyle. Barlow. Billy. Illman almost turned. Well, Brooker made an outstanding run but was not picked out. Rather unfortunate. Brooker. Morget. Ledbetter. Morget. And it's back to as you were a minute ago. Some possession football from the Pilgrims. And Argyle fans lapping it up for all it's worth. Argyle fans seem surprised that Fulham have actually touched the ball there. Fulham have about 17 minutes to get this cup tie turned around, and it's going to need something dramatic now. We had a dramatic game in the last home game at Home Park when Argyle took on Luton. A bit like a topsy-turvy game, ended up with a goal 4 minutes from time, prevented Argyle from taking the points. There's no points at stake this afternoon, just a place in the next round of the Cup. And Argyle one step closer to a glamour tie against some Premiership opposition, hopefully. I fancy a bit of Man United coming down. Here's Brooker. Still Brooker. In the end, dispossessed by the football itself. So Argyle hoping to put the record straight. Argyle's only previous cup meetings against Fulham came in 1922 when, after a 1-1 draw at Home Park in front of just under 30,000 fans, Fulham won the replay 1-0. So Argyle with a bit of a point to prove some 70 years later. Watson. Carpenter. Evans now, furthest player upfield for the Argyle. Billy. Evans has been outstanding. Robbie Herrera. Argyle just first to the ball. Paul Watson now. Fulham now playing a bit of touch football themselves, but they need to get the ball forward. Conroy to Paul Brooker. Watson. Nick Cusac's onside. He's got plenty of time to deliver the perfect ball, which he does. But Martin Barlow showing what a responsible player he's become, coming back, first to the ball. A substitution is imminent for Argyle, but they're going to have to watch Fulham take this corner kick first. Ledbetter has to get it away. Well, Watson's on his own on that right-hand side. Does very well to keep the ball in play and then find a teammate in the form of Conroy. Watson. Conroy and Cusack got confused, left the ball for each other. Grobbelaar wins that one. Chris Billy's on his own. Chris Billy not confident enough to go on goal himself. Delays play so Tony James can get involved in the action. Ledbetter. Williams. Brooker though, I was about to say owns possession for Fulham, doesn't though. Here's Barlow. Barlow, can he find Morget? No. Morgan. Well, I thought this would happen. Neil Illman, who's worked his socks off this afternoon, about to come off. Neil Illman could have had 1 or 2 goals in that first half. Deserves the ovation he gets from the Argyle fans. And Adrian Littlejohn has been out for a couple of weeks with injury. Has about a quarter of an hour to stake a claim in the first team. Curran. Evans. Morget. Barlow. Morget wants the ball back, gets it. Morget tries to turn. A poor foul there by Mike Conroy, already booked. Robert Scott. James wins that one. Michael Evans! Plymouth Argyle are through to the second round of the FA Cup now for sure. Michael Evans His second goal of the game, his 9th of the season. And this is becoming a bit of a rout now. It's Plymouth Argyle 3, Fulham 0. 32 minutes into the second half, Michael Evans already scored a penalty this afternoon with a rather easy chance, just had to blast the ball into the back of the net, which he duly did. And the game's over now. Argyle just need play for tie. Cusack. Well, Fulham have no choice now, they have to push everyone forward. For once, Watson won't take this corner. I think it's Watson that, or Scott rather, that will. Scott gets another opportunity. Pierce for a handball, turned down. That's Grobbler's ball. Danny Cullett was never going to get that. Here's Little John. Adrian Littlejohn's back. He's been out for a few weeks, but Adrian Littlejohn smashes the ball into the back of the net. It's his 4th goal of the season, it's Argyle's 4th goal of the game. And this now, well and truly is a rout. It's Plymouth 4, Fulham 0. And Fulham, I think I'm right in saying, I've lost just once away from home this season in the league. That record's been put to shame this afternoon. And you have to say this scoreline doesn't flatter the Pilgrims. Littlejohn was few. He was through there on goal, and he may have been out for a few weeks, but he certainly hasn't lost the confidence that he's renowned for. Well, Paul Williams, he's been the most outstanding player on the pitch. Argyle have scored 4 goals, but Williams, who's a defender, has been outstanding this afternoon. Curran. Adrian Littlejohn. Paul Williams. Barlow's making a run now. Barlow has to wait for support. Barlow finds Williams. Across by Williams, straight to Lange. Conroy's first touch let him down. You just wish every game at Home Park would be like this. We've had so many 0-0 draws and 1-0 scorelines this season at Home Park. But following on from that 3-3 draw against Luton, Argyle now hitting the back of the net with a more regularity, Michael Evans in particular. You just wonder why they can't perform like this week in, week out. Yes, Fulham are a lower division side, but they're no mean machine themselves, are they? They're a very respected outfit. Evans is on a hat-trick. Paul Watson. Bruce Grobbelaar must be getting a bit bored. Hasn't touched the ball for about 5 minutes. Grobbelaar hit his chest. It's Bruce Grobbelaar on the wing. Amazing. And Neil Warnock, if that was anyone else, he'd be furious, but it's Bruce Grobbelaar. What an outstanding run by Grobbelaar, one that Darren Anderton or Chrissy Waddle would have been proud of. And I thought just for a split second he was going to run the whole length of the pitch and score. Carpenter. Offside flag goes up. And still Cusack can't hit the target. Well, he does, but Grobbelaar does an outstanding save. Mick Heathcote's down injured, so Argyle will delay their substitution just for a moment. The sign from Norman Medhurst doesn't look too promising. Shakes his head to Neil Warnock. I think he's going to have to come off. No point taking a risk as well with Argyle winning 4-0. Just 5 minutes remaining. They're going to gain nothing by playing Heathcote if he's even slightly injured. So Mark Saunders, who like Little John's been out for a few weeks, about to come onto the field of play. Just waiting to find out who they want to bring on. I think it's Heathcote. So Mark Saunders comes onto the field of play, and Mick Heathcote, the club captain, has been very impressive this afternoon, done little wrong. Robert Scott. Argyle about to make another substitution. Chris Ledbetter will come off. Returned from injury. You wouldn't know it, would you? He's been running up and down that field all day. And Carlo Corazon, who's been on international duty of late, comes on for 5 minutes of play to try and impress Neil Warnock. Currently on the transfer list. He'll be aiming to prove a point to Neil Warnock, no doubt. Well, Saunders lost out on that completely. Carpenter. Williams. It's a chance for Fulham. Well, Mike Conroy. 15 goals this season. It's the easiest chance they've had all season, and he still can't score. And I said earlier, it might be one of those days for Argyle. Well, it's now one of those days for Fulham. Mike Conroy, who has not done a thing wrong all season, with the easiest chance he's most likely ever to have, and he still can't score. Hits the crossbar. I think Fulham just want to get on the bus and go back home. Michael Evans for the foul. Richard Carpenter brought down. Well, appeals for a penalty, turns down immediately, but Mike Conroy falls to the ground. And surely if Paul Williams was booked earlier in the game for an alleged dive, surely Conroy should have some action against him. I know he's been booked already, but you can't have one rule for one player and another for another. Poor decision. Corazon. Mauger, who started off the route. Williams. Williams gets the rub of the green. Little John. Corazon. Goal number 5 for Argyle. And anything one substitute, Adrian Littlejohn, can do, another substitute, Carlo Corazon, can do just as good. With 2 minutes left of this FA Cup tie, it's a memorable day for Argyle. He's barely been on the field 2 minutes. And Carlo Corazon makes it Plymouth Argyle 5, Fulham 0. It's been fair to say Argyle haven't had much luck this season, but all the luck is coming back to them this afternoon. Everything's going right for them. Littlejohn could have had a shot on goal. He left it for his colleague Corazon. A poor effort there by Cusack. Nick Cusack trying to put a bit of respectability into the scoreline. He's had 7 clubs, Cusack. Signed from Oxford in November 1994. Forward by Grobbler. Well, I was trying to think of the last time Argyle scored 5 goals at home. It was, of course, against Scarborough at the end of last season. And Argyle, they want 6. Adrian Littlejohn. Barlow. Bourget. Scored the first goal of the game. Billy. A low cross in, Evans. Evans shoots. So close to a hat-trick. I think Jimmy Hill is watching. He's up in the stands. He won't be very pleased with this game. He's watched some classic encounters in the past. I wonder if he's seen as many one-sided affairs as this. Last season, Fulham in the first round of the Cup beat Swansea by 7 goals to 0. This time it's Argyle administrating the old thrashing, so to speak. Well, a bit of a battle going on now. Mark Blake furious with Evans. But when you do 2 studs and come from someone from behind, what do you expect? Well, a bit of a flare-up's been brewing all game. Adrian Littlejohn seems to be involved for some reason. Mark Blake's in trouble. What was the point of getting involved, to be honest? We're in injury time, his side have lost. Yellow card. Well, it's been the perfect day for Argyle. Can they put a seal on things now with a 6th goal? Corazon, Bourget and Barlow all standing over the ball, wanting a piece of the action. The ball's going to have to get back a bit further than that. Barlow. Plymouth Argyle are safely through to the second round of the FA Cup. It might have been a different story if Bruce Grobbler hadn't made a very important double save in the early stages of this game. But once Ronnie Morget scored the first goal of the game after 38 minutes, there was only ever going to be one result. Michael Evans scored 2 goals, one from the penalty spot. Indeed, that penalty turned this game, and by the time Adrian Littlejohn and Carlo Corazon had scored, the result was irrelevant. It's been Plymouth Argyle's most impressive game of the season. They've done everything right. Every player from Bruce Grobbelaar through to the number 14 Adrian Littlestone have played perfectly this afternoon. In the FA Cup first round tie, it's Plymouth Argyle 5, Fulham 0.